Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, July 21st, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 680 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. COVID, anger as half of Australians in lockdown again. COVID-19, India outrage over no oxygen shortage death data. Iran says police officer killed in unrest amid water protest. Ray of hope for India as national survey finds 2/3 of its population has antibodies for COVID-19. Japanese envoy says Tokyo struggles every day with China. Mandira Beatty, what Hindu scriptures say about women at cremations. Did Trump's NC endorsement fall flat? What early fundraising numbers tell us. Couple charged with involuntary manslaughter in Southern California, fire sparked by gender reveal. COVID, ivermectin, milk among Indonesia's unproven cures. Man who spent 2 decades in prison for double murder has charges dropped after DNA proves him innocent. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Like making a horror movie, severe flooding in China inundates a subway, the New York Times. Nearly 73 million Americans live in counties with high COVID-19 infections. It's time to reset and put masks back on, expert says, CNN. Giannis Antetokounmpo's post-game press conference after winning the 2021 NBA Finals. ESPN. U.S. states fully baked anti-BDS laws could put the freeze on Ben & Jerry's, the Times of Israel. Senator Kennedy says Texas Dems playing the victim over election bill, New York Post. U.S. life expectancy falls by more than a year due to COVID-19 pandemic, CDC study says, CNN. Nikkei, 2022 iPhone Southeast 2 feature A15 chip, 5G, and 4.7-inch display, Mac rumors. Actress Kristen Johnston slams Jeff Bezos' spaceman showmanship amid Blue Origin liftoff, return, Fox News. Manslaughter charges in El Dorado fire, sparked by a gender reveal, the New York Times. Rand Paul, Fauci intimidates scientists from contradicting him because he controls all the funding, Fox News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Fox News host accidentally shades Ted Cruz right to his face. Couple charged in California, wildfire sparked by gender reveal. Milwaukee Bucks win NBA Finals, defeating Phoenix Suns. GOP Rep Steve Scalise finally gets COVID-19 vaccine, says it's safe and effective. Rep Marjorie Taylor Greene laughs when asked if she's responsible for protecting people. Dramatic video show deadly flooding in China. Federal judge blocks Arkansas law banning most abortions. Dolly Parton recreates 1978 Playboy cover for her husband's birthday. NXIVM guru Keith Raniere ordered to pay for victims' brand removal. Deafblind Paralympian quits Team USA after being denied basic accommodation. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Man hit by car in his own home. Mom describes moment rabbit fox attacked her son. OK auditor finds problems W relief fund spending. Police, child dies attempting TikTok challenge. WI under air quality advisory due to smoke. Dad buys ice cream truck, runs it with his 2 kids with special needs. Body cam video shows underwater car rescue. 8+ pounds of litter collected on NC roadways. Staff shortage hits FL childcare centers. Influencer helps homeless man and brother. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Late night sends up space cowboy Jeff Bezos. Women's handball players are fined for rejecting bikini uniforms. On Fox News, vaccination pleas intensify, but skepticism persists. Post-COVID, what work-life balance needs is less work, more life. The riddle of Riley Kia. She hates Biden, some of her neighbors hate the way she shows it. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. With one short flight, Bezos redefines his brawling businessman's image. Senator Ted Cruz, Biden administration is failing at the border. Massachusetts driver avoids squirrel, crashes into historic home built by Abraham Lincoln's ancestor. Texas Democrat criticized over tweet praising her own bravery for fleeing to D.C. Chicago family blasts city, says they're moving after baby girl shot in head, report. Salt Lake City mayor, city council declare racism a public health crisis. Greg Gutfeld, the media creates a virtue signaling stew to placate terrified advertisers. Giannis Antetokounmpo wins NBA Finals MVP, dubbed new king of the NBA. Rubio contests claim that U.S. embargo is destabilizing Cuba, says only blockade is its government. U.S. welcomes efforts by Haiti after tapping new interim PM. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, July 21st. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. I see him as a bad person involved in a bad business, Noah Hurowitz on book El Chapo, the untold story of the world's most infamous drug lord. Olympics 2021, Sweden hands down biggest threat to USWNT in group stage. TPC Twin Cities profile, will 3M Open Home give up more low scores? Tom Brady cracks election joke, drops Sleepy Tom nickname on President Joe Biden. Watch, John Hamm meets dogs while filming movie in Boston. History made in Texas as Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin New Shepard crew takes spaceflight. Stock market plummets amidst growing fears of COVID's Delta variant. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Lord Hine accuses Christian Horner of giving racists an excuse to let fly after Hamilton criticism. UK debt pile hits 2.2 trillion, the highest relative to GDP since 1961. UNESCO to decide if Liverpool should be stripped of World Heritage status. Amusing exchanges between tenants and landlords reveal some very strange conversations. The best restaurants for 2021 are named by TripAdvisor, and an eatery in the Lake District is no one. Committees from UK's 4 parliaments call for 20 increase in universal credit to be made permanent. Dominic Cummings claims he considered a coup to get rid of Boris Johnson. Couple become one of the youngest to celebrate 60th wedding anniversary. Passengers are trapped in flooded subway train as Chinese region sees worst rainfall for 60 years. Harvey Weinstein is extradited from New York to Los Angeles to face sex assault charges. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. China blasts dam to divert floods that killed at least 12. The 4 decades that still define our world. Japan, U.S., Korea reaffirm cooperation on Korea. Prince Harry to write memoir reflecting highs and lows of his life. Myanmar's military again seeks to replace its UN ambassador. In Cuban exile community in South Florida, all eyes are on their homeland and the sea. Paralympian Olivia Breen left speechless after official says sprint briefs were too short. Paul Auerbach, pioneer of wilderness and disaster medicine, dies at 70. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live news. South Korea reports record daily cases. 67% in India have COVID antibodies, survey finds. Freak out. Giannis Antetokounmpo pose 50-power Milwaukee Bucks to first NBA title since 1971. People don't realize the realities of prison, telling Khalif Browder's story through art. COVID-19 antibodies detected in 67% of India's population. Split City, Michael Schmidt's Berlin, in pictures. Swan upping on the Thames, in pictures. Small farms vanish every day in America's dairyland, there ain't no future in dairy. Capitol Attack Committee chair vows to investigate Trump, nothing is off limits. Hear me out, why Predator 2 isn't a bad movie. Self-esteem, I was tired of being this sweet heterosexual lady in a band. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Watch, firefighters battle wildfire from roof of moving train. Bucks 50-year wait ends with a title behind 50 from Giannis. Japan tops Australia in softball as delayed Tokyo Games open. Watch, waterfalls cascade down cliffs of Utah National Park. Trump inauguration head charged with being foreign agent. 3 GOP House members lose appeals over $500 mask fines. Virus surge raging forest fire in Arkansas, researchers. Fauci, Rand Paul get in shouting match over Wuhan lab research. Agency urges new elevator guidance from vacation rental companies after child's death. Israel vows to act aggressively against Ben & Jerry's. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Zhengzhou, 12 dead and thousands evacuated in China floods. JP Morgan, U.S. banking giant gives boss special award. ICMR Sero survey says 2/3 of Indians exposed to COVID. Olympics, Tokyo 2020 chief does not rule out canceling games. Nigeria secures release of 100 kidnapped mothers and children. Pegasus scandal, are we all becoming unknowing spies? COVID, France rolls out health pass as cases soar. Strife-torn Haiti gets new prime minister. COVID, the Mexican villages refusing to vaccinate. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Sky-high used car prices finally start to fall. Massive bootleg fire burns in Oregon as officials seek outside help, smoke seen as far as New York. Today in history for July 21st. Oregon seeks aid as crews battle wildfire threats. Trump fundraiser indicted on lobbying charge. What is La Niña, the climate pattern, and how it affects our weather, explained. Governor Brown, climate change impacts wildfire battle. Mixed reaction on U.S. opioid companies settlement. Fauci to Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, new push to vax it and mask it, COVID-19 updates. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Couple whose gender reveal party sparked 2020 fire charged with involuntary manslaughter. Los Angeles Police Department investigates claims of excessive force at WeSpa protest. Just unbelievably horrifying, woman with dementia allegedly kidnapped from Wilshire VA parking lot. Father says son with speech impairment was unfairly booted from Palo Alto school for not wearing a mask. She never left her cub. Heartbreaking photo shows danger cars pose to Yosemite's bears. 22% of Los Angeles Police Department officers fail to promptly activate body cameras in force incidents. Newsom administration hires special counsel in probe of California unemployment fraud. Another LA recall effort has sprung up. This one targets Councilman Kevin Delan, ex-DEA agent from California charged in U.S. Capitol insurrection. New wildfire sends residents scrambling in Butte County. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Jeff Bezos ridiculed for tone-deaf victory lap after flight. Thanks Amazon workers for paying for his outer space flight. Absence of humanity. Melbourne couple jailed for keeping Indian woman as a slave for 8 years. 13 dead, 100,000 displaced as heaviest rains in 1,000 years at central China. Scenes of train passengers trapped in rising waters up to their chests as nearly a year's worth of rain falls in just 3 days. Hong Kong police arrest former senior editor of Apple Daily. 3 million donated doses of U.S. vaccines arrive in Guatemala. Marine mammals in distress, says agency ordering marine land to fix its water system. Business rigolls homeless outside Central Christchurch building so they cannot sleep. 67 COVID-19 cases now tied to Tokyo Olympics as experts warn of worrying situation on the ground. Airbnb suspends Victorian host to rejected couple for receiving COVID vaccine. Politics. The reason Canada has surpassed US on COVID vaccines, Fauci says. Amazon rainforest now emitting more CO2 than it absorbs. Dominic Cummings says he's not certain Brexit was a good idea. Architect of Vote Leave campaign says anyone sure on issues like Brexit has a screw loose. A world teacher wins Peru's presidency after the longest electoral count in 40 years, NPR. China floods, people trapped on subway trains as city sees more rain in an hour than flood hit Germany in 3 days. Everything is on fire, Siberia hit by unprecedented burning. The next headlines are from Forbes. Milwaukee's championship history. LiDAR, lighting the path from IoT to AOT, autonomy of things. WWENXT results, winners, news and notes with fallout from Carion Cross loss. Despite 6th straight quarterly loss, United predicts pre-tax profits in third and fourth quarters. Hidden pandemic, 1 million children worldwide lost a parent to COVID, study finds. Crypto company fundraising and rising investments in cryptocurrencies are jaw-dropping. Netflix to add games to its video offerings in broad, incremental initiative. Johnson & Johnson vaccine far less effective against Delta variant, study suggests. Addies, Blackpink, Minzy and BTS, hits making moves on the world songs chart. House Ethics Panel forces Marjorie Taylor Greene to pay $500 mask fine. The next headlines are from Nature.com. How to manage the uncertainty of a remote PhD. From the archive. China launches world's largest carbon market, but is it ambitious enough? Andes foothills protected by carbon offset fund. Solar geoengineering research needs formal global debate. ISSCR guidelines uphold human right to science for benefit of all. Vulnerable nations lead by example on Sustainable Development Goals research. Should children get COVID vaccines? What the science says. The guts of a dog body reveals sacrificed man's final meal. 6 years as university rector changed how I do genetics. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,719,642,361 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Chris Wu's career in jeopardy as China state media call for investigation of sexual misconduct claims. Elvis Costello and the Imposters to punch America's clock with a fall tour. Kanye West confirms Donda drops Friday in new Beats by Dre ad starring Sha'Carri Richardson. Netflix leaders happy as one product company amid industry M&A fervor. Damon Dash starts auction for his share of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, despite legal threats. Keith Raniere ordered to pay $3.4 million to victims in NXIVM sex cult case. American Horror Story Season 10 production shuts down due to COVID-19 exposure exclusive. Director Randall Emmett on Season 9 of Vanderpump Rules and how Martin Scorsese inspired Midnight in the Switchgrass. Jay Courtney says Suicide Squad 2 Feet is very violent but has immense core and heart to it. The most unique chess sets for every type of pop culture junkie. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. U.S. life expectancy fell by 1.5 years in 2020, the biggest drop since World War II. A couple is charged in a deadly fire sparked by their gender reveal. India's pandemic death toll estimated at about 4 million, 10 times the official count. COVID warnings from Washington rise with the uptick in cases around the country. WooWork prepares for a second act, banking its future on the rise of remote work. The bootleg fire, the nation's biggest, gives scientists an unexpected experiment. Why indie brands are at war with Shein and other fast fashion companies. Everyone should wear a mask in schools, vaccinated or not, U.S. pediatricians say. A former Trump advisor is charged with acting as an agent of the United Arab Emirates. Bezos landed, thanked Amazon workers and shoppers for paying, gave away $200 million. The following headlines are from The Week. Why Tom Brady's gentle roast of Trump at Biden's White House was actually deeply vicious. After collecting thousands of titles, woman fulfills her dream of opening a bookstore. The Delta variant is in the House, and also the White House, jolting political Washington. Milwaukee Bucks win first NBA championship since 1971, beating the Phoenix Suns in 6 games. In a nightmare situation, Poland sends too many swimmers to Tokyo Olympics. Couple whose gender reveal party sparked California fire charged with involuntary manslaughter. Wisconsin Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes enters race for Ron Johnson's Senate seat. Lambda, a COVID-19 variant of interest, reported in Houston. DIA agent charged in Capitol riot. Flooded Chinese city received 87% of its annual precipitation in 24 hours. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. After Kelsey Warren's Energy Transfer partners made billions from the deadly Texas blackouts, he gave $1 million to Greg Abbott. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. How the film Tenet explores entropy, information, and Maxwell. The next headlines are from Universe Today. This is the view from Juno during its flyby of Ganymede and Jupiter. What's next for Blue Origin after today's successful flight? Blue Origin successfully launches the oldest and youngest person to ever go to space, oh, and Jeff Bezos too. Good news, NASA announces that they have fixed Hubble. Volcanic activity on Venus could explain phosphine. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, July 21st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin flight soars to the edge of space. Venus and Regulus conjunction on July 21st. The Omega Nebula is a star-forming region. First images from rebooted Hubble telescope. The next news is from Politico. Top aide discussed ousting Boris Johnson just after 2019 election win. George Floyd's murder transformed America. France forced to soften COVID rules after backlash. A migrant hunger strike is shaking Belgium's government. State Department nominee, Russia's use of chemical weapons chilling and shocking. Biden official, we don't know exactly why ransomware gang vanished from the web. Democrats begrudgingly accept McCarthy's picks for January 6 committee. Dems flood primary to face Ron Johnson in Wisconsin. It's a nightmare, COVID Delta variant rocks a recovering Capitol complex. COVID outbreak sideswipes Texas lawmakers' D.C. tour. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Can't imagine that, Japanese ambassador's warning on Darwin Port's Chinese ownership. Australian News Live, NSW records 110 new local COVID-19 cases as Victoria records 22 local cases. Orange, say begin first day of lockdown. Pies to debut to and clash with Port Adelaide. Crisis point, CBA chairman calls for plan to reopen borders. Prime Minister warns of heavy blow to economy in September quarter. Queensland cop allegedly tried to lie out of speeding offence. Oral exams and dance performance postponed as delays hit HSC. Softball a big win for a country that needs one. Former federal MP Craig Thompson embroiled in new fraud investigation. Singer, dancer, actor, but wait, there's more to Kristen Chenoweth. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The New York Post, Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine may not perform as well against Delta variant, says study. The Moneyist, my aunt and uncle had no children, my cousin, the executor, changed their will to inherit a $400K estate, should we pursue this? JP Morgan gives Jamie Dimon special award worth millions to stick around as CEO. Netflix lays out mobile games plan that could set a collision course with Apple. Retire better, should seniors get reverse mortgages? Elon Musk says Tesla will open up supercharger stations to other Fs. What if extreme flooding submerges a chemical plant or snarls traffic? Cities can and must shore up for climate change now, says report. Keywords, AOC casts doubt on inflation wave, price increases are sector-specific and could be due to supply chain issues. Earnings results, United Airlines to Wall Street, profit should return next quarter. I have a little surprise for you, Jeff Bezos announces $100 million awards for Van Jones and Yoa Sanders. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Pfizer and BioNTech lawsuit provides insight into research tools, the National Law Review. The deadly side effect of the COVID-19 IP waiver on trade secrets, the Pharma letter. Emerging anti-IP policies, the focus of Heritage Foundation event, IPWatchdog.com. Minerva v. Hologic, a Sinor estoppel doctrine retained, but limited, J.D. Supra. Agreements may not always protect against post-employment competition, SHRM. Jenny's Rose issued multiple patents, launches namesake Brandon, MG Magazine Cannabis News. Innovators tipped on legal remedies to protect their works, Daily Monitor. Cannabis Global comments on the publication of its cannabis nanotechnology patent application, Stockhouse. Ericsson settles patent dispute with TCL, World Intellectual Property Review. Bslbat Lithium launches next-generation pallet jack series industrial lithium batteries for Android, DC Velocity. The next headlines are from Quartz. Meet the Jharkhand reporter who featured in the leaked Pegasus database. Vaccination could be the new currency for online dating in India. Surfing. Netflix is not impressed by any of the media companies it can buy. The problem with Jeff Bezos' road to space. Schoolhouse block. LVMH is giving Virgil Abloh his dream job. Betting on the Olympics is open for the first time to millions of Americans. The challenges and historic opportunities for female athletes at the Tokyo Olympics. Novavax's effort to vaccinate the world, from zero to not quite warp speed. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Court to cop, you need more than odor of marijuana and inconsistent testimony to justify a warrantless search. WIPO says Johnson & Johnson cannot seize parody website suggesting banned aids with corporate sponsors. Tech Dirt Podcast Episode 290, Patent Quality Week. The Eternal October, bringing back tech optimism, without the naivety. Daily Deal, the modern web development and MISCL programming bundle. Judge ignores First Amendment, misreads town law, while ordering resident to remove F-word Biden signs. MAGA Freedom Phone targets rubes with dubious promises of privacy. Google jumps into the game revenue split wars with Stadia. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Dolly Parton. Pop Smoke. Aaron Rodgers. Costa Rica versus Jamaica. Pokemon Unite. NBA Finals. All-American. Nancy Pelosi. SF Giants. Chester Bennington. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. U.S. Senator Sanders, Murphy and Lee introduced bipartisan bill to rein in presidential war powers and foreign weapons deals. WHO chief praises Olympics as celebration of hope but says world must act faster, higher and stronger with COVID-19 vaccinations. A site for sore eyes, Pornhub Classic Nudes Guide may soon be coming to an art museum near you. Undercover FBI informants played key role in plot to kidnap Michigan governor, suspects claim, as they accuse government of entrapment. DIA agent arrested for participating in U.S. Capitol riot, allegedly flashing his badge and firearm while off duty. NSW health official tells Australians to refrain from talking to people to blunt spread of COVID-19. Vaccinated White House and Pelosi aides caught COVID-19 from fugitive Texas Democrats, reports. Democrat Congressman marks Bezos' suborbital flight by calling for tax on space tourism. Trump inauguration chair arrested and charged with acting as unregistered agent of foreign power. Amid rain and floods, China sends military to stop imminent dam collapse in Henan. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Hellish noise complaints lodged about 30,000 per week luxury London flat, owned by the Vatican. Today Hungary, tomorrow Poland, will German pressure cave Eastern Europe? Is Secretary of State Blinken setting us up for paying reparations? Russian warship reportedly test fires new hypersonic weapon. Many big city Democrat mayors defunded police while spending heavily on their security details, watchdog fines. Victoria's Secret capitulates, will bring back its fashion show in a way that's culturally relevant. Top health officer orders Australians, don't have a conversation with each other. Here's what Americans think of famous billionaires. We've got to fight this information, says empire made entirely of this information. Dam near China's flooded Shanghai city collapses, third in last 48 hours. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Precious Marange, in the game. WHO chief backs Tokyo Olympics days before opening ceremony. UK to permanently deploy 2 warships in Asia Pacific. First event of troubled Tokyo Olympics gets underway. In divided Peru, Castillo says looking to form pluralistic gov. Colombia presents new tax reform to Congress amid more protests. Canada's BC declares state of emergency as wildfire surge. Zhengzhou, 12 killed in flooded subway in central China. U.S. charges Trump ally with undisclosed lobbying for UAE. U.S., Germany warn Russia in draft Nord Stream 2 accord. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Charles Hurt, political zealots attempt to destroy a legacy of the civil rights movement. Flashback, Trump defended Tom Brady during Deflategate scandal. Woke Sports Illustrated promotes transgender man as swimsuit pinup. Troy, Jim Jordan on 1/6 commission Akin to Bin Laden lieutenant on 9/11 commission. Non-violent protester gets 8 months for entering Capitol. Hundreds of BLM riot cases dropped. William Perry Pendley, while going on a witch hunt for domestic terrorism, Biden nominates an unrepentant domestic terrorist. Washington Post columnist, Rand Paul was right and Fauci was wrong. Larry Elder sues California over ballot exclusion, voter suppression. Bakari, billionaire space travel, the final frontier of climate hypocrisy. FNC's Cavuto defends Fauci, at his core, he's a good man, a good doctor. The next headlines are from UPI News. Free lottery ticket from COVID-19 vaccination earns man $1 million. Look, kitten rescued from 20-foot deep storm drain on Long Island. Look, Tsar unites couple with diamond lost at New York airport checkpoint. Watch, loose bolt temporary shuts down New York highway. Look, dump truck crash spills cow poop onto Florida highway. Watch, rare tropical fish washes up on Oregon coast. Watch, skydivers complete 32 high and low fives in the air for Guinness record. Watch, alligator captured in Missouri Creek was on the loose for 2 weeks. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Weird fun facts about everyday things. All the salt fun facts you need to know. Involved in a car accident in Houston? Take these steps immediately. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Heavy rains and deadly floods in China shut down subways. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Canada is opening its borders to fully vaccinated Americans in early August. 3 women found out the same guy was cheating on them. They dumped him and took epic road trip together. Stem cell-based cure for type 1 diabetes draws nearer, with FDA trials launched. New Netflix series Cat People seeks to elevate stereotypes of cats and their adoring owners. Vet successfully sews 1 stitch in tiny tree frog whose lung was exposed, loving all creatures great and small. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, July 21st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Cooking oil can be used as tool to reduce child marriage in Bangladesh, U.S. study finds. Woodstock 99 feet documentary clip, that mud, it's crap. Snoop Dogg's stream has been muted for a week and his fans cannot tell him. Man falls to death hiking in Provo Canyon, leaving 9-year-old boy to climb down mountain by himself. Teen driver swerves to miss squirrel, crashes into Lincoln's historic family home. Israel vows to act aggressively against Ben & Jerry's. Tokyo Olympics, Poland sends 6 swimmers home after selecting too many by mistake. Elderly man found dead in apartment building with "I touch little girls" written on chest. Land lobsters from Hal are emerging in Big Bend after summer rains. Unvaccinated Trump supporter who spread coronavirus conspiracy theories dies of COVID-19. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Ditch Chrome's dumbass tab groups on Android with this tweak. Move over, Fortnite, Netflix confirms expansion into mobile games. The Land Rover 6 Plus reimagines one of the most popular e-bikes in the US. Billionaire castronauts should force flat earthers on their ego trips. DuckDuckGo's new email protection service sounds helpful but limited. PSA, sticking your arm into the vacuum of space would really suck. Galleries are using AI to measure the quality of art, set ME aflame. Researchers invented a new touchscreen material so we never run out. UK government implies current EV grant will be culled. Ethical hackers are vital in the war on cyber-terrorism. This training is how you can join the fight. The following headlines are from Science Daily. More than 1.5 million children lost a primary or secondary caregiver due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Mudded waters, sinking organics alter seaflow records. Microbially produced fibers, stronger than steel, tougher than Kevlar. New technology shows promise in detecting, blocking grid cyber attacks. Novel method for glucagon delivery. COVID-19 shutdowns reveal racial disparities in exposure to air pollution. New evidence of menopause in killer whales. Microbes play critical role boosting vigor of hybrid corn, research shows. Using snakes to monitor Fukushima radiation. Unleashing Treg cells may lead to treatments for multiple sclerosis. The next headlines are from Information Week. Remote work tops SF, NYC for most high-paying job openings. 3 ways to make conversational AI work for your organization. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, July 21st from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Jake Gibbs' Olympic beach volleyball partner, Taylor Crabb, reportedly tests positive for COVID-19. East meets West as Greek Orthodox Archbishop meets with Utah's Roman Catholic leader. Obituaries. Person found dead in house, after standoff and exchange of gunfire with Salt Lake City police. West Bountiful police seek help to find missing teen. Utah's Mitt Romney wants COVID booster shots available ASAP. OC Tanner Amphitheater closed for 6-8 months due to flood damage. Zion Canyon Music Festival fate in doubt. Bagley cartoon, democratizing space. New University of Utah police chief is leaving. He spent half of his tenure on administrative leave for unfounded claims. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. China unveils fastest ground vehicle in the world. MasterCard will use the USDC stablecoin as a bridge asset for cardholders who want to pay for goods using cryptocurrencies. EU plans to make Bitcoin transfers more traceable. Nasty Linux system security bug revealed. LG might sell iPhones in its stores after quitting Android devices. Denuvo DRM removed from upcoming strategy game, dev blames performance impact. Bitcoin crashes below $30,000 as cryptocurrency freefall accelerates. Stockfish sues Chess Base. Jeff Bezos on critics of billionaires going to space, they're mostly right. Venmo drops the global social feed that could make your payments visible to strangers. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Wildwood man finds alligator in backyard. It's legal to have a pet alligator in Missouri. St. Louis County Police ask for public's help in finding missing teen. Judge drops murder charges after no-show of prosecutor from St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office. Person goes missing in Cahokia Canal. First responders ask for public's help in investigation. St. Clair County Volleyball Club wins $10,000. Founder empowers young women for success. Lawmakers seek to overhaul state IT system with influx of federal COVID relief money. Black smoke visible for miles following East St. Louis warehouse fire. Community college tax proposition on St. Louis special ballot, election August 3rd. Reach for the stars, Challenger Learning Center helps kids of all backgrounds dream of outer space. Parson to announce COVID vaccine incentive program tomorrow. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Local anglers frustrated with Imperial Beach pier restrictions. Oceanside Unified will follow state's guidance on masks in the classroom. Will border travel restrictions be lifted? Opinions mixed on pending decision. San Diego County would be in most restrictive tier in state's former COVID reopening system. McConnell urges Americans, get vaccinated against COVID or risk shutdowns again. Health officials say Baja California has met its COVID-19 vaccination goal for lifting border restrictions. Biking advocates call for safety changes after recent traffic deaths in county. Newsom not ready to commit to statewide mask mandate. Suspect in fatal gas lamp quarter shooting arrested in Arizona. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. France confirms Mirage 2000 crashed in northern Mali. U.S. Armed Forces awards contract to Saab for more Maus ammunition. Turkey's Baker reveals its future unmanned combat aircraft. Russia shows its new S-500 air defense system in action. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Passengers trapped in Zhengzhou subway as floodwaters rise. Ariel Karen decided that kanji needed a modern adaptation for Western palate. China and the Arab League publish joint statement that showcases Beijing's growing geopolitical ambitions. The China-Australia trade war is hurting Mongolia's environment. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. COVID outbreak at church camp exposes kids from Castro Valley. Video, man yells anti-Asian slurs at couple in San Francisco. Police investigate shooting that killed man in Morgan Hill. Milwaukee Bucks win their first NBA championship in 50 years. Family remains hopeful as search for Philip Krizik continues. Oregon governor on wildfires, climate change playing out before our eyes. Apple delays bringing workers back to office amid rising COVID cases. Contra Costa County sees dramatic increase in COVID-19 cases. Danville officer ordered to stand trial on manslaughter charge. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Duke Slater, NFL's first black lineman, is now Hall of Famer. 50-year war on drugs imprisoned millions of black Americans. Freeman, Braves spoil Darvish's return, beat Padres 2-1. Jeff Bezos blasts into space on own rocket, best day ever. Elder plus oat bringing baked goods and coffee to West Dundee. Netflix confirms move into video games as its growth slows. Chapman gets first safe in over a month as Yanks beat Phillies. As state says unvaccinated kids should wear masks, here's what suburban schools are doing so far. St. Charles School District won't require masks for new school year. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. New hires in Washington earned more than new hires anywhere else in the U.S. in 2020, report says. Washington's North Cascades Highway closure extended as 3 wildfires burn nearby. Washington health officials, drug overdose rates on track to break records in 2021. Seattle's Fairview Avenue North Bridge to reopen this weekend after closing in 2019 for rebuild. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Felicia 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Sempaka 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 2.202 million. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone IN.FA 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 5.38 million. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, July 21st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. This is not complicated. Mitch McConnell urges Americans to get vaccinated as COVID cases spike. Bucks win first NBA title since 1971 with 105-98 victory over Suns. Woman accused of running over and killing service dog then assaulting its owner. Houston Raceway parks closing after 2022 NHRA sparks concerns over straight racing. 18-year-old assaulted pregnant woman and held her against her will, police say. Scattered downpours Wednesday, but we're drying out this weekend. How the spirit and love of a Special Olympics athlete changed the life of a 97-year-old veteran. Harrah's company commissioners unanimously approve use of visiting judges to alleviate 100K case backlog. 35 more families seeking legal action against Splashtown over chemical spill. We felt betrayed. Do vaccinated people need to mask up? Houston health experts weigh in amid COVID surge. The following headlines are from China Post. Top news about China, Taiwan and the world. NBA shifts gears quickly, and now the off-season awaits. Belgrade residents tell rights court of bar noise torture. German cabinet meets to approve financial aid after flooding. Memorial divides survivors 10 years after Norway massacre. Daimler, $4.3 billion quarterly profit despite chip shortage. 16 new local infections reported in Taiwan. New epidemic prevention protocols start for flight crews entering Taiwan today. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. New York City Board of Elections certifies results, 2 council races go to hand counts. Extra, Space Mace, what's really impressive is this plane dumping fish into a mountain lake. As COVID cases climb in NYC, de Blasio says no to masking for all. NYC offers to help families apply for the federal child tax credit. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. BAM is bringing a beach to Brooklyn for climate change opera. Smoky skies from West Coast wildfires offer a new and surprising climate crisis hazard. Early edition, more and more, people looking for a date are Googling how to date. Rank choice voting allies and foes sound off during lengthy hearing. New Yorkers prepare to wait 18 weeks for passports. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Vaccines delayed are vaccines denied. The centenary of the disaster of annual. Myanmar struggles in the grip of coup and COVID. Conceptual advances for United Nations 2.0. Iraq, bomb attack on eve of Eid al-Adha, terrorism knows no bounds. European duplicity undermines anti-pandemic efforts. From the field, a genocide timeline, Srebrenica massacre remembered. Chess calms nerves, improves mental health throughout pandemic. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Weaponizing humanitarian aid to Syria. A forest fire in Oregon is so huge that it's generating freak lightning storms. Videos, protesters brutally beaten and arrested by police on UK Freedom Day. Where NSO group came from, and why it's just the tip of the iceberg. Pegasus unveiled, the cyber surveillance weapon of scientific dictatorship. How Black Rifle Coffee used every trick in the book to fool conservatives. How Facebook is taking over journalism with $1.6 billion secret deals. Mapping tyranny, the countries where vaccination is mandatory. Majority of physicians decline COVID shots, according to survey, AAPS. National Park Service to spy on picnics, family gatherings, weddings and much more. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Conservative media offer mixed messages on COVID-19 vaccine. Weinstein brought to California to face further rape charges. India's pandemic death toll could be in the millions. Photograph of massive nest on telephone pole, explained. Israel vows to act aggressively against Ben & Jerry's. Oh no, Facebook snafu spells trouble for gardening group. Are blue Java bananas real? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Twitter timeout is communist-style attack. Did Tom Brady joke about election during White House visit? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Debunking Trump's latest Arizona election claims. Businessman's social media post distorts facts on definition of a pandemic. Mayim Bialik and Sons got COVID-19 vaccine. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Stephen Colbert brutally mocks Fox News host Brian Kilmeade's idiotic COVID argument. Fox anchor defends Fauci against right-wing attacks, vilified like Lex Luthor. Ugly inheritance war pits tycoon's son against mistress. Elite school won mental health award before grisly student axe murder case. Influencer twins accused cheerleading coach of groping them at training. This clown car of kooks is crashing Pelosi's January 6th commission. DIA agent proudly posed with service pistol, badge at Capitol riot, Feds say. Grab a Kindle for the best price since Black Friday. Bezos caps space flight with hasty charity stunt. Demon sperm docs pals launch twist a new crusade to stop vaccines. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Greg Allen bringing element of speed to Yankees. Suns Chris Paul provides hint on his future. Georgia boy dies of COVID-19 as cases surge nationwide. U.S. carries out first airstrike in Somalia since Biden took office. Twin cheerleader influencers accuse ex-coach of sexual abuse. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Did static electricity, not Gus Grissom, blow the hatch of the Liberty Bell 7I spacecraft? Venusian trio, ESA teams up with NASA to send another spacecraft to Venus. Bezos and crew make history with Blue Origin's first human spaceflight. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Delta variant fuels concerns of fourth coronavirus wave as cases rise across the U.S. COVID-19 infections rise as officials fight vaccine hesitancy and misinformation. Astronaut weighs in on Bezos' commercial space flight. How it failed. Oh my god, Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin crew speak after spaceflight. Wally Funk fulfills lifelong dream with Blue Origin spaceflight. Jeff Bezos launches into space on Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin mark new era in space tourism with historic flight. Hubble captures colliding galaxies after month-long hiatus. Jeff Bezos shares emotional moment aboard spacecraft in Gayle King interview. Western wildfires send smoke as far as New York and Canada. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Ben & Jerry's will face serious consequences for sales ban in Israel, Prime Minister says. Trial begins for the man accused of killing college student after she mistook his car for an Uber. Harvey Weinstein extradited to California from NY for second sexual assault trial. COVID-19 spread at Vietnam. Nike suppliers halts production. CIT, Jeff Bezos launches into space aboard New Shepard rocket, thanks Amazon customers for paying for it. Tractor truck crash spill cow poop onto Florida highway. Do better, tennis star Naomi Osaka claps back at newswoman Megyn Kelly's Mean Girl tweets. De Blasio to mandate vaccinations for NYC public hospital staff amid COVID uptick. Former Trump inaugural chairman Tom Barrack charged with acting as foreign agent, lying to investigators. New Jersey hospital fires 6 workers for not getting vaccinated. The following headlines are from military.com. Air Force reservist who shared rape accuser's name faces hearing in Idaho legislature. Macron among 14 heads of state on potential spyware list. U.S. bombs extremist group Al-Shabaab in Somalia. Army vet who worked for DIA arrested on Capitol riot charges. Does the Pentagon need a better plan if the nuclear football goes missing? Pentagon IG aims to find out. Military to remove stepchild designation from new ID cards after complaints. Bill moving prosecution decisions for serious crimes out of a chain of command advances in Senate. Freed Guantanamo inmate with Moroccan family after 19 years. Amid COVID spike, Air Force wing in South Korea orders unvaccinated to stay in rooms. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Huge crowd descends on Milwaukee's Deer District to celebrate the Bucks' first NBA title in 50 years. Civilian oversight plan for Chicago police narrowly advances after heated debate, criticism from fall president. Man charged with hate crime and battery after attacking teen in a grocery store bathroom. New COVID-19 guidance calls for all Illinois college students to be vaccinated. Science is showing us that vaccines are the best way to protect our students. Evanston to hire outside firm to investigate sexual misconduct allegations raised by beach workers. Chicago police again face criticism for response to unrest over George Floyd's murder, as Federal Monitor files report. Getaway driver in Haydir Pendleton slaying sentenced to 42 years in prison. Corrections and clarifications. The Spin, Lightfoot says no regrets about green-lighting Lollapalooza as COVID-19 cases rise. New report reinforces Chicago police not prepared for unrest last year. Governor Pritzker says he'll sign controversial ethics bill. No bail for man charged with attempted murder and shooting of 2-year-old boy and 31-year-old man. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Flooding in central China turns streets to rivers, kills 12. Massive wildfires in U.S. West bring haze to East Coast. Crime scene tape set to revolutionize microplastics research. Tiny organisms shed big light on ocean nutrients. Mudded waters, sinking organics alter seaflow records. Microbially produced fibers, stronger than steel, tougher than Kevlar. Small-scale worker resistance impacts food delivery economy in China. The frequency of misattributed paternity in Sweden. Study uncovers factors linked to radical attitudes and intentions. Innovative program entertains and teaches children about fish migration. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, July 21st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The secret cleaning power of bacteria. Making sure Earth science field work is done responsibly. Why some plants close their leaves at night. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Belgrade residents tell rights court of bar noise torture. Smiths pinch 3-run HR in 9th rallies Dodgers pass Giants. Michael Avenatti faces embezzlement trial in California. Giannis' biggest fans watch, celebrate title a world away. Asian stocks mixed after Wall Street rebound. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. SF Giants meltdown in Los Angeles, 4 home runs not enough to beat Dodgers. Missing SF runaway boy found unhurt, returned home. Jeff Bezos blasts into space on own rocket, best day ever. Man shot to death south of downtown Morgan Hill. The I-680 toll lane is done, so why is nobody driving in it? Roadshow. Taylor Crabb tests positive for COVID-19, likely out of Tokyo Olympics in beach volleyball. Giants-Dodgers rivalry, no pressure for Thero Estrada, who only knows the big stage. Couple charged in California, fire sparked by gender reveal. Poway synagogue shooter pleads guilty to murder, attempted murder. Oakland A's fans cling to hope that the team we love stays put. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Lauren Boebert demands Biden explain unequal treatment of January 6th, BLM rioters. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, Ralph Norman mask fines upheld. Study 1.5 million children lost caregiver from COVID-linked death. Tucker Carlson questions vaccines as Fox News colleagues stress shots. Supreme Court lawyers tell Biden's commission they oppose packing the court. Reopening courthouses overwhelmed by case backlog. Runaway Texas Democrats derailed as outbreak spreads to White House, Pelosi office. Louisiana GOP 1 for 2 in push to override Democratic governor's vetoes. Mark VC, Lloyd Doggett test negative for COVID after event with Texas House Democrats. Republicans set to filibuster unfinished infrastructure deal as Dems rush to vote. The next headlines are from The Intercept. U.S. military puts cameras in violation of America's own China sanctions. The incredible cynicism of GOP support for Free Britney. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Which students are at most risk of mental health problems during COVID-19 lockdowns? Most people find allergy information on food labels unclear. How readily does COVID-19 spread on school buses? Heart-related test results may indicate risk of death in patients with COVID-19. 3 in 10 Americans increased supplement use since onset of pandemic. How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected our dreams? Firms connected to the mafia have lower profitability and more likely to go bust. Oncotarget, subtypes of thymic epithelial tumors independent of WHO type. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 3 wounded in drive-by in Marquette Park. Bulls Zach LaVine cleared to join U.S. basketball team in Tokyo. Just another dang cool feeling at Guaranteed Rate Field, Sox rally to beat Twins. Horoscope for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Cubs pull off improbable rally, score 6 runs in 9th to beat Cardinals. Man critically injured after being struck by elderly woman in West Rogers Park. Authorities identify motorcyclist killed in Eaton's XP crash. 3 questions the Cubs need to answer before the trade deadline. White Sox could ride out Yasmani Grandal's absence with inexperienced catching tandem. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Quick edit, Sero results reveal the extent of contagion. Happy Eid al-Adha 2021, photos from across country. India's 2021's first bird flu death, contact tracing begins. Can COVID vaccines lead to vaccine shedding? Celebrities who spoke about Raj Kundra's arrest. As Maha reconciles COVID data, India reports 3,998 new daily deaths. These 9 things won't save your phone from Pegasus. Neeraj and I will win Olympic medals, Shivpal. Chinese province swamped after heaviest rain in 1,000 years. Navjot Sidhu, Congress's new captain of Punjab, starts consolidating support. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Comedy audiences are night and day from before the pandemic, says stand-up Mark Normand. So much for community control as Delta variant and 4th of July spur local COVID surge. 4 thoughts on the Astros' reported interest in Max Scherzer. Bayou City Comic-Con looks to start small. Canditopia, how sweet it is. Jason Mraz and the freeing power of pure imagination. The next headlines are about world records making news. Adaba's Team Lab Borderless named as a Guinness World Record holder, Japan forward. City Boy breaks world record, receives 207 online certificates in one day, DT next. Arthur B. Williams looks to break Guinness World Record for most birthday cards received, WKRG News 5. Dad's cancer battle drives McKeon towards Tokyo glory, France 24. Sydney bow fisherman sets new paddlefish world record, the Massaoulian. World record-breaking 24-hour ride, the GCN Show app, 445 GCN, Global Cycling Network. 48-time Masters world record holder Tim Shedd explains P2 Life Nutrition, swam. The Olden Days, Great Olympic Rivalries from the Past, Swimming World Magazine. Devin Funches shatters Rob Gronkowski's world record helicopter catch, NBC Sports. Punchman Pradhan gears up for new world record, Daily Pioneer. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Whoa, Keanu's abound in this excellent art piece. Presidents, prime ministers, and a king among potential NSO spying targets, including French leader Macron. Samsung will show off its new foldables at Unpacked event August 11th. Captain America and Red Guardian to meet, in an unrelated Netflix ghost movie. A super pressure balloon will keep this telescope in the air for weeks. This butterfly may have been the first insect driven extinct by U.S. urbanization. Instagram is rolling out a sensitive content control option. The CW's Batwoman is bringing DC hero Renee Montoya into the fold. This synth demo will make you experience feelings you've never had before. Cyberpunk 2077's retrofuturistic world is worth exploring beneath the flaws. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Mitrba in Kuwait at 123.62 degrees Fahrenheit or 50.9 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 99.4 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 73 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Audacity's new owner is in another fight with the open source community. Delta goes to Washington, infects vaccinated Capitol staffers. 2-4 Tuesday vulnerabilities send Windows and Linux users scrambling. Biden picks Google foe to lead Department of Justice antitrust as it mulls plan to break up big tech. Is any country installing renewables fast enough to reach climate goals? Apple's MagSafe battery pack is available in stores now for $99. The mega-targeted Freedom phone has a breathtaking amount of red flags. Report claims Apple will finally give the iPad mini some love. Internet service providers spent $235 million on lobbying and donations, more than $320,000 a day. Fans ask a PC game to drop de novo, and Ev agrees, blames performance impact. The following headlines are from Raw Story. This is different. New report warns of a toxic anti-Biden backlash. Former federal prosecutor predicts there is more to come from Tom Barrack indictment. An Oregon wildfire is so intense it is literally creating its own weather system. Tennis star Naomi Osaka exposes Megyn Kelly's ignorance. Do better, Megyn. Trump confessed that wearing a mask made him look weak, even after aide said it could save 100,000 lives. New book. No one is safe. Phone numbers of 3 presidents and other world leaders on Pegasus spying list. Trump joked about nuclear war with North Korea and predicted a great year during 2019 New Year's Eve party. Rachel Maddow connects the dots between Trump's big fundraiser and the UAE trying to help his 2016 campaign. Marjorie Taylor Greene will have to pay for defying mask rules after ethics committee slaps down her appeal. Colorado GOP lawmaker makes bizarre admissions about Capitol riots while promoting pro-QAnon movie. Report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Top Trump advisor arrested and charged with secretly lobbying for the UAE. Jeff Bezos thanks Amazon workers and customers for making him so rich he can go to space. New poll, Arizona Democrats love Biden and Kelly. Kyrsten Sinema, not so much. The female founder's feminist cool club turned out to be one big circle jerk. Think twice before you build that seawall. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. NASA wants standards for evaluating claims of extraterrestrial life. Air and Space magazine. Missing Antarctic microbes raise thorny questions about the search for aliens. Science News magazine. Tony Norman welcome to 2021, a space idiocy. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Children's brains are much different than those of adults. Galveston County Daily News. Realmatic Therapeutics announces the acquisition of development and commercial rights to novel psilocybin and derivatives program from Arbormentis LLC, Biospace. Want to take care of your brain? Take a walk. Everyday health. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Inside the billionaire-funded fight to conquer aging and cheat death. New York Post. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Military and scientists should work together to study the UFO phenomenon. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News I8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News I8. All rights reserved.